Let me run you through a scenario. You've been dieting for a month, smashing it in the gym and eating clean, but the weight just isn't coming off. Well, welcome back to the Macro Crunch YouTube channel, where today we're looking at weight loss mistakes that you may be making that are hindering your progress. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, I have to start off by saying I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare professional, I'm just someone who has undertaken a weight loss journey in the past and studied extensively on the topic. Now, the bottom line before we get into this video is that the biggest mistake you can be making with weight loss is not being consistent. By that I mean the tips in this video are going to only really apply if you've been dieting for around a month, because if you've only dieted for a couple of weeks, you may not have had time to really see any of these hinder your progress because it's in a state that's very fluctual. And if that is the case, just keep smashing it, come back in around a month's time, and this video may apply to you. But without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So mistake number one is going too hard, too fast. Let me ask you if this sounds familiar. You dedicate a Monday to starting your weight loss journey. You train every day in the gym, you eat super clean that week, and you're burnt out by Sunday. Craving something unhealthy, never wanting to work out again. Familiar, right? Well, it was to me too. And the best way to tackle this is just to ease into it. How do we do that? Well, nutrition-wise, I recommend that you track your calories 1 to 7 days just to get an idea of how much you're eating on a daily basis. I've got a video in the top corner here, 3 tips for weight loss. It covers that in that video and it's a great starting point. Do that, address it, find out what snacks you're having that are high calories and just slowly start to whittle them away. By taking away 1 or 2 snacks a week at first, you can slowly build up to removing them every day and seeing more progress. It's the same with working out. Work out 3 days a week for around half an hour, ramp it up to an hour 3 days a week, and then slowly incorporate more and more as you start to love it. And you'll gain a passion for this sort of stuff once you start to see results. Mistake number 2, fad diets. Now, social media is filled with this sort of nonsense. Keto, paleo, raw. How many times do we see things like this? And how many times do they actually work? Not many. Plus, some of these diets can even harm your health long term more than they're just losing your weight. So I wouldn't recommend them at all, because as well, they're not sustainable and you're never going to stick to them, and they may even make you feel worse. And that's not what you need when you're starting out on a brand new weight loss journey. So remove fad diets. Don't even think about them. Just find one that works for you. Like I always say, the best diet you can go on is one that you can stick to for the rest of your life or a long period of time to achieve a goal at the end. Therefore, find foods that work for you, find a diet that works for you, find a good routine, and just be consistent with it. Mistake number 3, cheat days. Now, a diet that you want to stick to for the rest of your life should not really include cheat days. For example, the way that I make a diet consistent for me is I incorporate those things that I like. The chocolates, the sweets. Not often, but in moderation. And that is the key to weight loss and consistency with the diet. However, cheat meals do come up. Whether you label them that or not, it doesn't really matter. But for example, one way that I look at cheat meals is if I'm celebrating a birthday, Christmas, a holiday, or even just going out with friends that I haven't seen in a while, something like that. Going for a big meal or something I wouldn't typically eat, high in sugar, high in fats, for example. Look at those, let them come up naturally, and just eat clean for the rest of the time, and you'll be absolutely fine. You won't even notice. But cheat days themselves, eating anything you want for a whole day, is excessive. How many times I've done that and probably blown way over 10, 15,000 calories. Granted, I've enjoyed it, but the next day I really haven't. I'll tell you that much for free. Instead of cheat meals, what I tend to do is replace it with the Macro Crunch recipes. Now, I'll leave a link to the playlist up there. We've got some great recipes on foods that typically are unhealthy, and we've made them healthy, and they taste just as good. So check it out. It may just change your weight loss. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell so you never miss a video. Follow us over on the Macro Crunch Instagram account. It's at Macro Crunch. I'll have that down here, and it'll be in the description below. But as always, guys, have a fantastic day. Keep smashing your goals, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.